out.
And it looks like we're off.
Great. All right. We do have a early sync with Mirror.
Wow.
Wow. That is really nice first find.
And they're making it easy on this hard mode.
We do still have to kind of think. Mirror is nice, but without that Moon Pearl, you're not going to be able to do too much in the Dark World. Mirror's nice for some routing traversal and a couple other things like that, but yeah, we're gonna have to see.
That Moon Pearl could be trolling them today. They got the early mirror.
All right, and it looks like both of our players doing a quick pop into Houlihan. It's pretty normal for most people to do this now. Gets you a quick bunch of 225 rupees that helps you pick up some bombs. Ooh, compass to Ice Palace. So as soon as we get access to the Dark World, we oh no, it's the map that tells us the dungeon. That's right.
Looks like Zelga's heading on his way to Kakariko. Probably going to stop by the race game first.
Yep, trying for a couple extra bombs here and gets one. That's good enough to get started through some of the Kakariko and at least through game race if there is anything there that he may want to pick up. But Cadenza is making a little bit of route divergence here, heading up to check possibly the Lumberjack location as well as head into the Lost Woods.
I missed what was on the ledge, but it looks like Zelda is going for it.
Yeah, we'll have to see here what it is that's at the game today.
Looks like our tree pool today is blue rupees.
Yep, looks like our tier 1 for tree pools is a total of 20 rupees for our runners.
And Lumberjack has the powder today.
Ooh, that could be a little tricky depending on whether or not we're going to need anything off of Magic Bat.
You got a castle key. Yeah, earlier I saw what was the bow was on the Magic Bat on a race I was doing earlier, so that would be really interesting to see what happens.
And hookshot at the mushroom location in the Lost Woods.
Now they are too quick for me to catch what was on the bookshelf.
And I happen to be looking at hookshot instead of the library.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
All right, so the back of the tavern has the compass for Swamp Palace. And chat's saying that it was just a heart piece in the library, so boots won't be required for that today.
Okay.
And Cadenza with no bombs. Zelga picking up a pack of 10 from the shop there in Kakariko. Looks like Cadenza is going to be heading down to do the same.
In the chicken hut today, we have more bombs.
It would have been really nice to have an extra bomb to get in there to pick up 3 more bombs rather than having to spend the 50 rupees to get those. But sometimes that's just how the game plays.
More bombs. They go and pay for them, and now bombs are just all over Kakariko.
Yeah, but they had to pay 100 rupees for those and 50 rupees for the other bombs at the shop, so...
Boy, bombs are expensive today.
Yeah. All right, 5 items here in the bottom of the well. Big key to pod.
Our Thieves' Town compass. There's your small key for pod.
Nice. You're going to need quite a few of those.
300 rupees.
At least they're not going to be low on the money after Bottle Vendor and the extra bomb purchase.
Yeah, they got a nice little refund hiding down underneath Kakariko.
Yep. All right, 5 more items here in the Blind's Hut.
You got Skullwood, Small Key.
Blue Rupee, Red Boomerang.
And more bombs. Well, the good thing is we probably won't have to worry about buying more bombs today.
Ooh, and a pack of 10 arrows. Still no weapon. Doesn't look like we've got any sort of Dark World progressive items as far as our hammer, moon pearl, or a pair of gloves. So we've got quite a few other places that we have still to check, including Eastern Palace and the South Shore of Hyrule.
I'm hoping Agina has something because a lot of people like to hold that off. I kind of tend to get to that a little early, just in case.
Yeah, I agree. What do you think is going to be the big troll item besides our getting to our big key?
Well, we've already gotten the hook shot, so that's out of question. I don't usually like to see any of the rods be the troll item. I'm hoping it's the bow.
Ooh, the bow. That's a good one.
We haven't had a map check yet, so chances are they're going to need it for at least Eastern or Palace of Darkness.
Right, and with Key Sanity, the map doesn't actually show you which dungeons are what until you actually pick up the corresponding map for that dungeon.
Oh, yes,
that's right. You can talk to Sahasrahla to find out the green pendant dungeon location, as well as the big bomb vendor in the Dark World once you're able to get there to find out where the 5-6 pendant or 5-6 crystal dungeons are.
Well, you got 10 arrows inside the dam.
Nice. All right, so outside of the dam in the lake, we've got a 5 rupees. Looks like he's going to head over to Mini Moldorm and possibly the Ice Rod Cave before heading towards Desert. We also have Hyrule Escape with bombs. Bomb Escape,
yes, anybody? That is very open to them right now. They can get in there and see what's hiding down there.
Ooh, lucky fairy drop.
Don't look like much today, Mini Moldorm.
Yeah, where's all our progression? Sahasrahla and Nagina, the 2 old dudes holding on to something good?
Yeah, it looks like they are holding on to their treasure from the past. Looks like they're keeping it. I have a feeling Escape's going to be holding something the way it's going.
Yeah. And we did get that Hyrule Castle key, so the Dark Cross location, I believe, is open. I can never remember if... I'm pretty sure that the Aga Tower key is called the Castle Tower key instead of Hyrule Castle. But I can't remember for sure.
Oh, I saw the one that was Hyrule Castle, but I can't remember. I haven't done a Key Sanity myself. I've watched them.
Small key 2 pod. All right. So... depending on how many more small keys in pod we find, that ice rod check may not have been required. And depending on whether or not our runners are able to do things like the hammer jump with mirror, definitely will help out to skip a couple of those pod keys.
And chat is saying that yes, Castle Tower is for Aga, not the Hyrule Castle.
Oh, and Zelda going to be doing a fake flipper.
Let's see if he's going to go ahead and check the island first or head straight back to Hobo. We're going straight back to Hobo.
I'm assuming he'll likely swing back down towards Zora after checking Hobo and possibly check the island. But without Moon Pearl, he can't get into the Waterfall Ferry. And he's 9 rupees shy currently from the money available for Zora.
Oh, we have a compass for Pod. Everything in Pod seems to be in the light world.
Yeah. All right. Cadenza's going to be heading over to the escape area. A little route divergence once again here. We'll have to see whether or not Zora area is going to be the play, or if Uncle's holding something cool.
Nope, Uncle has 20 bucks, and on the island today is more bombs.
This is the bomb seed.
Oh, we got flippers.
Ooh. Well, that definitely does throw Zora and the Waterfall Fairy into logic now. When Zelda sees that, probably going to be thinking, ah, man, it's a little early going there. Can't finish it all out, but it's still good information.
Chances are,
to check Hobo.
Chances are, Zora is holding on to something now with the flippers.
Yeah. Though Zelda won't have to go and check Hobo, and since he already has, so he could just head straight to Zora.
Yep. Yeah, the bow or the boomerang does not stun the enemies in hard mode.
Yeah, but the hookshot does. Hee hee hee.
Yeah, it's a good thing you have that. Oh, we got the flute. Wow, an early flute. The seed's not making them have to work too much for anything just yet.
Right, but that is our Death Mountain access, and with hookshot we have access to the right side or the east side of Death Mountain, so that in logic is really awesome to find.
Yeah, it gives them more options to see where that Moon Pearl could be hiding.
Moon Pearl, gloves, hammer. Ooh, Zelda with some really great bomb strats there.
That was nice.
You can tell that he's done a bomb escape before.
Yeah, once or twice. I tend to get them trapped between the statues. That's the best way I can get them. I end up running out of bombs.
Ooh, Tower of Hera small key. That opens up the basement. Dun dun dun. Need a fire source though. Wow, that is some really impressive bomb action.
Yes, that was
by Zelda.
Zelda has done this a few times to know exactly where that guard is going to be.
Oh look, the big key of this dungeon.
And more bombs. Ended up paying for bombs at the beginning, and now they're just giving them away.
Paul the Black in chat saying, I realize it's all dungeons, but after the last dungeon, does it just go to the Triforce room similar to defeating Ganon? No. You have to do all 3 pendant dungeons, all 7 crystal dungeons, Ganon's Tower, as well as Aga 1. So you may see a couple runners who will go through, do all of the dungeons, finish up Ganon's Tower, and then they will mirror from Ganon's Tower, go in and clear Aga 1 if it hasn't been required for Dark World access or an item in the Lumberjack location. And then they will finish Aga 1, which will then put them back on top of the pyramid, and then they'll jump down, finish Ganon, and that will allow them to complete the game.
Oh, Cadenza takes the death to the back of escape. It's hard enough to do those dark rooms, but doing them on hard mode is even worse.
Yeah, that's definitely not very much fun.
think Cadenza might end up waiting to get the lamp now. Gonna go ahead and get the flute activated. Oh, and there's the moon pearl. Cadenza was so close to the moon pearl, but died right before getting it.
Wow.
Oh, that's gonna hurt later.
Yeah, that's definitely a huge item for Zelda to have found. Still a couple items away, either both glove upgrades or a glove and the hammer before we can really get into the Dark World and do very much. He's going to be able to at least get to Hera with the mirror, and we also still have the right side of East Death Mountain available with our flute, but losing that moon pearl, no!
So close to it. Cadenza is probably not going to go back in there and check for a while.
Yeah, heading over to Eastern area, or Zora, Hobo, and the rest of the items that are open up by flippers, so.
Yes, she's going straight for the flipper area.
All right, so Zelda, having activated their flute, gonna be heading, I believe, straight to Death Mountain, and there we go.
Yep,
Pick
there
up
you go.
Old Man. Ooh, that moon pearl just, it hurts.
Yes, because Cadenza was right there, but I almost had it.
I think she'll be able to pull through. She did really
she'll
well
end
in
up
the
going
qualifier,
back.
so.
She'll end up going back for it and getting it.
Who knows? Maybe she'll find a couple items at Zora and Waterfall Fairy that will definitely give a pretty good indication. Hopefully something like Lamp, or something that will put her back towards heading through that Dark Escape area to pick up that the Moon Pearl there.
And the old man today has $20.
$20. All right, the Waterfall Fairy with $20 in our first map, Tower of Hera. We'll have to see if we'll get a quick map check to find out what... Oh, not yet.
Nope, she's gonna go ahead straight on back.
All right, and Zelda heading right into Spectacle Rock, knowing that he definitely wants to check what that hint tile, the tile hint says, while also finding out what the item is here inside. So a lot of people will just go straight inside now. They won't even bother to check.
Yeah, now you can get the hints. It's more just go on in and get it.
Ooh, heart piece and a unique item is in the west wing of swamp, so definitely going to be seeing left side swamp clears, just because that unique item, we don't know what it is.
And Zora has $50 today.
Dang, 50 rupees.
A 10% refund. A full heart will give it a little bit of a cushion.
All right, and Zelda heading into our paradox cave. We call it a paradox because it's pretty unusual to go to the bottom of a cave, fall down, and then come out above the cave that you went in originally. It's a little confusing. A paradox, if you may. 7 items in this cave, the first 2 being 10 arrows and some more bombs. And Cadenza following up here to Death Mountain, picking up the old man as well. Whoa, silvers!
And a mini Troll's trolling him as he's trying to get through. More money, more money.
And
it's full of money.
Full of nice, shiny things. really good bomb jump there in Paradox. It makes it a lot faster to be able to get across that gap rather than having to fall down, go all the way back up, and then climb through the tower or the mountain here.
Yeah, Zelda made it look so easy. That's actually a bit of a tricky bomb jump to get.
Yeah. Blue rupee there on the floating island, and we got a quick check into Spiral Cave before we'll be leaving Death Mountain or possibly heading back to the west side of Death Mountain to pop into Tower of Hera.
And Cadenza is making her way up to the top of Death Mountain, going to check Pinnacle Rock herself. Today's Spiral Cave has... Ooh, mitts.
Well,
oh, we got our gloves. Yeah, gloves. Death Mountain just had a couple interesting items waiting for him today.
Oh, and Cadenza is definitely popping into the mirror location here. And then heading towards Hera. So not thinking about grabbing that tile in Spectacle Rock right now.
And Zelda is in the back of Escape now, checking these 3 chests.
Ooh, big 20.
Yeah.
Piece of
Small
heart. Fire rod.
That was a good find.
Oh yeah.
Now I have a fire source, just in case there is an item hiding in Tower of Hera, and the big key for Thieves Town is in Hera today.
Alright, Thieves Town. It's pretty nice.
We got another pod, small key. It's like Zelda is doing the Eastern play.
Yeah, possibly gonna dip into Eastern for a couple quick items as well as checking Sahasrala's closet here.
Oh, there's the hammer.
Dark World for Zelda.
We got the map for Thieves Town. So now Zelda has Dark World access. Cadenza still needs that Moon Pearl.
Yeah, so thinking about it, logic would require that we have the lantern or the lamp before heading to that Dark Cross location. So we're probably going to be finding lamp at inside of Eastern Palace or at Agina.
My money's on Agina. I just like seeing progression items of any kind on Agina.
Yeah, for sure. Especially when people don't check it for a while.
He's out there in the desert all by himself. He needs to have progression to get people to come visit him.
Alright, Hype Cave. How hype will it be today?
Cadenza got her silvers now. Oh, map of Dark Palace.
Nice. Big key? Ice Palace.
We got Turtle Rock small key, some red goo, and a compass for Skull Woods. It definitely looks like they're about set to clear pod. Especially if he finds that lamp.
Still need a bow. But should be able to check pretty much most of the items that are available.
Well, Zelda can do the bottle glitch to get through the bow locked room.
Yeah, but you can't complete it without the bow.
Yeah, that's right.
So if Helmasar has an item, potentially gonna need to check that as well.
Yeah, first my mind's wanting to combine 2 different dungeons together at the moment. Don't know why.
That's okay.
Looks like Zelda is going for the Swamp Palace play. Some bombs require a bomb. That's a good hint.
My, yeah. Thanks? Question mark.
That might be a good help if you know where the bombs needed, but
Right, and the first chest there in Swamp Palace not going to be giving us anything more than some $300.
and we got a little bit of love on Desert Palace Ledge. Looks like Cadenza's heading to Gina.
Come on, Lantern. Go to escape. Stumpy has a big 20 for us today.
Oh, there's our first sword into the Gina.
Yeah, that's not a lantern, but that's still really nice to find. That helps a lot with pinpointing your location inside of Dark Room. So we may see Cadenza head back there if they don't find the lantern soon.
It looks like Zelda's gonna go ahead and skip that map, so we won't know which one that goes to. Cadenza go to the eastern, goes to visit Sahasralas, see what he has. End up getting their hammer.
Smash realize.
Yeah, you can say that 10 times fast and get tongue-tied fairly easy.
Alright, dig game.
Dig game's got a compass.
14 measly digs.
Just for a compass.
Ooh, I think Cadenza's going to be dipping into Eastern.
Sick kid, let's see what he's holding today. He has a key for Ice Palace.
How do you find a small key? What? From another dimension?
I'm guessing a little duck might have flew the coop and decided to give that to him for safekeeping.
Maybe. Oh, and our stun prize that I must have missed earlier is just a single heart, but that could save you in a bind. If you're low on health and you have your hook shot out and able to kill a couple enemies, that could help replenish some of your health.
In hard mode, it is hard to come by getting those health refills. And so for an Eastern, we have a small heart, or a piece of heart.
Yeah, and Zelda heading straight to Village of Outcast. One more item. Oh no, wait, this isn't like standard or open. There could be millions of items.
It could be items throughout the whole dungeon. In chess game, we have a single arrow and another pod small key. Yeah, these dungeons as like Eastern with 3 or Mire with just 2 items normally. Now it can be packed full of items.
Really good stealthless room there in Eastern by Cadenza.
More money. Zelda gets small piece of heart.
Bombos is above the pose, so at the graveyard ledge we have the Bombos medallion. Good information to have as we don't yet know what is going to be required to get into Misery Mire or Turtle Rock.
And we have Ganon's Tower small key.
The first of its kind. Very nice to find in the C-shaped house. Oddly though, we still don't have a lantern. And we've checked everything that isn't lamp locked in Eastern, so that is odd.
Makes you wonder where that lantern could be at.
Yeah.
Because the
Waterfall Ferry, because finding flippers. Oh yeah, Cadenza did check that as well. There's that Swamp Palace, Smokey.
since the gloves were technically lamp locked, not sure where it could be hiding at.
The gloves weren't actually lamp locked because you got the flute to go to Death Mountain. And
That's right.
You had but Moon Pearl is so.
Yeah, Moon Pearl was the one it was.
Skullwood's big key there in Thieves Town.
Is against the blue mail mirrors or leaves.
And a blue mail. That is the highest level of mail that you can find in hard mode. So
Cadenza's going back into escape now.
So we don't have the castle or the Aga Tower keys, so Aga's not anywhere in logic. Also, without lamp, not really sure how any of that's.
Oh, come on. Yes, go get your Moon Pearl.
Yeah, okay. With the fire rod, she's gonna make that. Basement of Hera, Cryptic's pointing out. I did forget that we got that Hera small key. All right, having the fire rod for this definitely makes it a lot easier to be able to light some of those torches. I don't think that having the fire rod to be able to go through and do this puts this in logic for the Moon Pearl, but
it does help at least.
Yeah. I could be wrong. If anybody can correct me in chat if having fire rod does put that in logic.
No, chat says no, it does not.
Yeah, okay. All right, 10 arrows there in the first item chest that would normally be the first item that you would find in Swamp Palace. So with the key sanity, it's a little different.
And of course, Cadenza's heading straight for Dark World, the Hype Cave.
And even though Zelda has not found the big key for Swamp Palace yet, the only item that locks here in Swamp Palace is whatever item could potentially be inside of the big chest. The boss and the rest of the dungeon is actually fully open without the big key of Swamp Palace. So the only thing we won't see Zelda finish up here is that chest, the big chest.
Unless the big key just happens to be inside Swamp Palace.
Yeah, it could.
It'd make it interesting.
Okay,
be nice.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying it'd be nice to go ahead and get it full clear so you want to come back later on. Looks like Zelda found Quake.
Yeah. Having that question in the back of your head, like, what did I leave in that chest?
As leaving a single item, you don't necessarily want to come back for it, but having it, like you said, having it in the back of your head makes you wonder.
Yep. So Cadenza is going through clearing up some of the checks that Zelda has already done. I'm going to be seeing Zelda progress through. He did read the tile at Spectacle Rock that said a piece of heart and a unique item are in the west wing of Swamp Palace. So we already know one of the two items over here is going to be a small or a piece of heart. So we still have to find out what that unique item is going to be that's here in Swamp Palace on the left side.
Cadenza is going to get her 14 digs in to find the compass.
Womp womp.
Time to get on out of there.
Really nice use of the hook shot there by Zelda to clip through those blocks. You just kind of have to use the hook shot right as the block is moving, and it will allow you to move with the block, and then you can kind of walk past it. There's a couple different places that you can do that, and it's really cool to see our runners. Whoa!
Oh, the Titan's mitt.
That is definitely a unique item. I would say.
That was actually a good hint for once. A lot of these hints is like the bombs needed for bombs. So boy, getting those Titan mitts is definitely worth it.
Really nice to find something like that, and not like, you know, a single arrow or a dungeon item like a compass or a map.
You know, Zelda is happy with that item.
Oh yes.
It looks like Zelda might go ahead and finish up Argus.
Yeah, it will be a slow process having to go through to do the menu Argus fight, but I think I personally would prefer to do a hammer hookshot Argus than to do a fighter sword Argus.
Yes, because the hammer does do temper sword damage, so it definitely helps out.
Yeah, you'll be able to just smash the Argai or the little spongy things. And
Cadenza is making the Skull Woods play now.
Well, sword and fire rod. That's not a bad check.
Got a small key for Ice Palace.
Using that small key for Skull Woods. Nice way to use that here. Its routing is very nice. Oh, Ganon's tower map. I wonder if that's a pendant or a crystal.
Get Misery Mire key.
Misery Mire small key? Oh, there's our second sword.
So now both runners have a sword to go ahead and get started with. And yes, that was a small key for Misery Mire. I apologize.
On Cadenza's side?
Yes.
Nice. Oh, Ice Rod!
Wow, Turtle Rock definitely getting into play here.
Well, I guess they won't have to do a menu Argus after all.
So far, I call the bow to be that trolley item, but it has still not been found. It looks like the lamp is currently the trolley item.
But there's really only one place that the lamp can be within Tower of Hera as far as logic goes. Still thinking possibly Cane of Samaria or Boots, if it's going to be required for desert, would be fun to see as our troublesome location items.
Zelda making quick work of Argus with that fighter sword.
Ooh, just about didn't get that Argai. Pretty close, but very well done. All right. Fire Rod struts here on Argus. Ooh, one more hit and we could have had him.
Argus is just dodging left and right. There you go. Cadenza getting her small Cadenza tower key in the sea house.
300 rupees and a red pendant from Argus. Alright, that's our first dungeon completed for either of our runners. Fully loaded swamp, both the left side and the back of swamp.
You don't see that too often.
Progression items. Right.
There's a lot of times the swamp just does not hold too much, but today it held everything.
Alright, and our Misery Mire medallion check, as well as the Mire shed. Ether.
You know, it's interesting because we know where Bombos is at. We have Quake, so yeah, we have no idea about Ether. Ether could still be anywhere. Looks like chat's hoping for the Ganon Big T to be on Pit today. Oh, I missed the first chest in Thieves Town. Cadenza dipped into it.
Zelda already did the first 4 chests here in Thieves Town. Without a small key for Thieves Town, nobody's going to be able to, or the big key for Thieves Town, nobody's going to be able to progress further. And it was not here.
Zelda has the big key for Skull Woods in case she wants to head back there. We have just a map on the Desert Palace torch, so boots not really required for it.
Yep, both our library item and the Desert Palace torch here not going to be required of the boots. We do still have the powder hanging out in Lumberjack Cave, so we would need boots if there's something behind Magic Bat and we don't find the mushroom to do a fake powder. Or if there could still potentially be some sort of progression item that we need for a pendant or the Ganon Tower Big Key actually being within Ganon's Tower and on that torch.
Checkerboard Cave today has a big heart. I'm gonna go ahead and get that.
Yeah, health can be a little bit stingy here in the hard mode difficulty of the Link to the Past, so picking that up when you see it, it's never a bad idea. Zelda.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say Zelda is going to be upgrading to a Master Sword here after stepping into Agina's cave to pick up their second sword.
Cadenza found out the hint in Thieves Town that money's required for the hammer, or it requires the hammer, so it's not too good of a hint.
Yeah, and there's quite a few item locations that require hammer. Even the Stealthos room on the left side of Ganon's Tower is technically locked behind hammer. So, I mean, that's also a very vague hint as saying some bombs require bombs.
Pretty much. Looks like Zelda is heading towards Skull Woods.
Yeah, he did pick up the big key from Thieves Town already, so they will be able to check everything, including the big chest, and possibly with their Master Sword in hand and Fire Rod, head back and finish up Mothula as well.
It would seem like a good play to go ahead and clear that dungeon while you can. We have a map of Skull Woods back in Thieves Town.
Yeah, not very much progression hanging out here in Thieves Town yet. With the hammer, they would be able to check that big chest, but they don't have that small key that they need to be able to check that. So we'll have to hope that there is not a progression item there, unless we really want to torture our runners and make them go back and check all those big chests like Swamp Palace and Thieves Town.
We had a small key for Pod in the big chest of Skull Woods.
And Fighter Sword Blind happening for Cadenza. Never really a fun thing to do.
Not a fun thing, but definitely better than the Cane of Samaria strats.
Yeah. Or hammer.
Yeah, or hammer. Lets you at least keep a little bit of distance.
Oh, wow. Really, really well done. One more hit. Very nice.
Wow, nice dodging.
I believe that she only took one hit there from a single fireball. That was very impressive blind fight.
Yeah, I know if I was running that, I still have trouble with it, especially with a fighter sword. I would have died multiple times.
Sorry?
Go ahead.
Just a second small key for Turtle Rock there in the big key location for Skull Woods. So definitely pretty nice to find. Some of those Turtle Rock small keys just need the Cane of Samaria to pretty much step in and check quite a few item locations.
And now Cadenza with that big key is heading on back to Skull Woods. Looks like they both have their first dungeon cleared, and they're both heading to the same dungeon to clear the second one.
And we will have to watch Cadenza's menu to see if that crystal that she picked up from Thieves Town could potentially be one of our 5-6 crystals. And it is not. It's not a red crystal, so that is good to know.
We have the big key to Swamp Palace there. Wow.
Nice.
Zelda might end up going back for it, but not sure yet.
Just one more point of fact that Cadenza is not going to have to double dip into Swamp when they go through and finish up. They will have that big key before they dip into Swamp Palace. So that's lucky for them.
If that is a progression item, if Zelda does not return to get that right away, there's no telling when they will.
Oh, come on, though. They can't put more progression in Swamp Palace. That would be a little too crazy.
I don't know. The way this seed is going tonight, it is possible.
It'll be the bow.
Guessing... No, it'll be either. I'm thinking Bo might be in King's 2. Ether is hiding in Swamp Big Chest.
Where's Boots gonna be then to keep that bow out of our grasp?
You know, Total Rock. Why not?
All right.
Because you don't necessarily need the bow to get through Turtle Rock. That would be a nice little adventure to go on to find.
True.
Zelda's getting low on health, but does have that ball of red goo. Oh, there you go. Didn't need to use that red goo.
Well done.
For our compass. Speaking of Turtle Rock, there's the Turtle Rock compass.
Cadenza clearing out that Gibdo there, grabbing that last key that is needed to pop down to Mothula. Just gotta make sure they don't get nabbed by that Wall Master, but they're good. Fighter Sword Mothula, a little bit more scary than Master Sword, but
yeah, Cadenza's gonna have a little bit more of a time, but
yeah, one less heart than Zelda has.
But these runners are very good, so it should not be that much of a problem.
Oh, got hugged by the moth.
Oh no, good thing you still have that.
You got this, Cadenza. Come on.
We're not allowing any deaths on boss fights today, so you must get it.
Just take it slow.
Oh, come on.
You got
it. Take your time.
Oh,
no! That fight is so tough with just a fighter sword.
Yeah. And there is a shield, our first shield that we've seen so far on the Bumper Cave ledge.
So you won't necessarily need to worry about Cape.
Alright, so Cadenza did come back to the chest here at Skull Woods and picked up that Swamp Palace big key. Zelda picking up bombos.
Yep. Not gonna be too much help right now, but it could be potentially just go ahead and use it for Ice Palace.
Yeah, and I don't know whether or not Zelda got the hint because he hadn't gone to Eastern, and I'm pretty sure that's where Cadenza read that Bombos was above the pose. So that's
Cadenza did go to Eastern.
Well, Cadenza did, but Zelda did not. I don't.
Oh no, that's right.
Zelda read that.
I got them backwards for a second. Yeah, you're right.
That's okay. All right, we're gonna get a catfish check, and then on to Pyramid Ledge and down to Pod, possibly.
Cadenza getting that small key for Pod. Yeah, Pod play definitely looks like it'd be best option right now with all the keys they have gotten.
Yeah, Cadenza is one small key ahead of Zelda, I believe, for Pod. So they pretty much, with the bomb jump, they pretty much have full access to Palace of Darkness, not counting the bow. They would need to buy another potion to be able to perform the potion glitch without bow to get to the right side of Pod, but should be pretty easy to do that. 541 rupees, and they've already checked Zora, so.
Yeah, and chat saying it was a good call for Cadenza to go ahead and skip Mothiel at this point. Come back to it later.
Yeah, definitely. Not going to be something that's required for progression currently. We already know that it's just a compass that's there from Mothiel, no progression.
Yeah, it makes it beneficial when you're having trouble with the boss if you just skip it for now and come back later.
Come back when you have Tempered Sword and Half Magic. Oh wait, there's no Half Magic in hard mode.
No, there's not. And Tempered Sword is as high as it goes, so no Butter Sword today.
Alright, so Cadenza is going to be able to open up the big chest here in Swamp Palace, so...
And Cadenza was a little confused with that message at first.
Wait, some bombs require what? Did that say bombos or bombs?
Yeah. So we'll be able to get a full clear of Swamp, see if that is progression hiding in the big chest.
Alright, so let's have to think at Palace of Darkness.
Bo could be hiding in Palace of Darkness.
Could be. Oh, Zelda not going to Palace of Darkness? Going to Ice Palace?
Wow. Interesting choice. This might pay off.
And it's fully clearable with the items that they have.
Yeah.
Unlike Pod, without bow, they're not able to go through it and clear it up.
You got 2 keys already for it. I bet a nice cup of tea would be nice. It's a nice little hint.
I missed what it said. I was watching Cadenza. What did it say?
I bet a nice cup of tea would be nice.
Oh, great. Super helpful.
Yeah, it's the most helpful hint we've had today, even more so than the bombs require bombs. We have the Desert Palace Compass.
Nice.
Oh, Cadenza did not get the hint about the left side. Oh, she's going to the left side now. I was about to say. Good thing about Key Sanity too is it definitely opens up the left side more often for Swamp Palace than it normally would. Those keys being anywhere, you see more places that they normally wouldn't go to just to check see if there's a key they need.
Yep. The big key of Evil's Bane is in Ice Palace. What?
Wow, so now we know where the Ganon big key is, so it's not going to be trolling us today.
Nope.
So definitely marks that out as a trolling item. Oh, that was a good dip in the ice to go ahead and get the Ganon's big key out of the way. Looks like Zelda set up perfectly for that bomb jump.
First try.
Very nice. I believe he's done this once or twice.
At least.
Oh, Chet's saying no double dip Ganon Tower today. It could still be possible. They dip into it and
yeah, if there's something in Ganon's Tower that could possibly require something like boots for desert, but we know that that's not going to be required for desert.
Yeah. Or if it's, let's say the Ice Palace big key is, oh, they already have that, so never mind.
Yeah.
I was about to say they needed the big key for Ice Palace to get to Ganon Tower big key, but they don't.
Misery Mire big key could be. If Misery Mire is a pendant, not a crystal.
You know, after all this, we still have not found that lamp. It should be in Light World, I'm guessing, somewhere.
Tower Hera basement.
Yeah, it could be in the basement of Tower Hera.
I'm pretty sure that's the only Light World location that isn't locked behind something Dark World. We got the fire rod in the back of Escape that gives us the fire access that we need for Tower of Hera basement.
I missed that hint for Ice Palace.
Some arrows require bombs. I think it said nothing important.
This, as you said earlier, this seed is definitely the bomb. It's all about the bombs today.
Yeah, hopefully there's something cool in Pyramid Fairy so we get to use the big bada boom.
Big bombs that gets more small bombs. Thieves Town small key. Don't really need it anymore.
Well, there could still be something in the big chest of Thieves Town.
Oh yes, that's right.
Since we didn't have that before we went in, we didn't check what was in the big chest.
What was that? The Master Sword in Swamp? I forget what that was.
Yeah, it was Zelga's first sword and Cadenza's second sword. So they kind of swapped sword pickups there.
That's right. We were talking about that. At first, they didn't have a sword, then Zelda got the fighter sword just in time. And the big chest has Ganon Tower big key. Good thing they got that big key for Ice Palace.
DataPleat01 in chat had called Ganon Tower big key in the Ice Palace big chest, but seeing as we did have the Ice Palace big key, that's no worry.
So that's one trolley item they don't have to worry about. Still waiting for the bow. And we need ether as well. Not sure what Turtle Rock requires today.
Yeah, and Cadenza.
Well, with the Titan's Mitt, they can clear, except for Hookshot. Oh no, even Hookshot, they can clear all of Death Mountain, Dark Death Mountain.
Yes, they can. Really good Argus. Very well done by Cadenza there. 1 puff remaining on Cold Stare for Zelda.
And there we have it.
Good.
Has a little bit of love today. And it was a blue pendant for Cold Stare. Cadenza now heading back up to Death Mountain. Possibly going to finish that over here. Go ahead and finish that off. Unless they make the play for Dark Side. Yeah, going to Dark Death Mountain. Go ahead and get Super Bunny Cave and Hookshot Cave.
Some information on Turtle Rock.
I'm hoping it's either as well, since we don't have that. That's the only medallion we don't know where it's at.
Yeah, but without Cane of Samaria, we are still locked out of Turtle Rock. So
yes, we are.
They are able to go in and check the first tile that provides a hint within Turtle Rock, but they won't be able to progress any further than that. And no bow, but Zelda is heading over to Palace of Darkness.
With all those keys, there's still plenty of chests I can go ahead and get without the bow.
Yep, and Zelda is 1 key short from being able to full clear.
And Cadenza has found 20 rupees and a bee inside Super Bunny Cave, so they have an additional bottle now.
Oh. All right. So
ether.
Bombs. Wow. Double ether?
Of course, we got the 2 medallion, or knew where Bombos was early, but we got Quake real early. Now we gotta hunt down ether.
Some cash and some bombs are fire locked in Misery Mire.
So that's 2 chests you don't have to worry about. And there's the bow.
Zelda doing a really good job with the potion glitch. I'm gonna trick this room into thinking that the mimics are gone.
Cadenza will have no issue now going through Eastern, clearing that, and Dark Palace. Or Palace of Darkness.
Small key to Castle Tower.
And there's ether. Well. Are we going to see Cane of Samaria in here as well?
All right, so picking up that first small key to Castle Tower does open up 1 chest that's available in Aga Tower. That first one just after the chain chomp with the ball and chain dudes that could potentially hold some progression or another vanilla Castle Tower key. Or I guess, no, never mind. That allows you to get to the other chest at the Dark Maze in Aga Tower. My bad. No. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. What?
I called it. The Canis Mario
You
was
called
there.
it. That's so ridiculous.
Wow. So now Zelda has access to Turtle Rock. Oh, and the big key for Misery Mire.
Wow.
So both Misery Mire and Turtle Rock are now full clearable.
And it is confirmed that the lamp was in the basement of Hera. Cadenza did just pick that up.
That'll make things a little bit easier for Cadenza. Zelda is going through blind with dark, so Cadenza will have an easier time in pod when she goes.
Yeah, and she does have 5 keys instead of 4, so she'll be able to go through and check everything in Palace of Darkness.
Zelda's setting up for the bomb jump. Very, very tricky. Very frame perfect jump.
Double frame perfect because you have to have the bomb placed in a specific pixel location height wise, and then you also have to be a specific height from that bomb.
Yeah, I think they only have 2 small keys for Turtle Rock, so we're still missing 1 small key, so it's not full clearable yet. Thanks for calling it out, chat.
So having picked up both the Cane of Samaria and the Ether Medallion, Zelda doesn't yet know that Turtle Rock is the Ether Medallion. So I'm suspecting that they will likely go to Misery Mire first because they know that they're able to clear that. My only question is dark rooms. I'm sure that Zelda could probably do Dark Misery Mire quite easily, but it's always still just something to think about.
Yeah, it'd be nice if Zelda decides to go straight to do Dark Death Mountain and Tower of Hera before Misery Mire, but Misery Mire does look tempting since you have the items to clear it.
Alright, so now we have seen everything from Palace of Darkness except the item that is going to be on Helmasaur.
Zelda take a Death Warp. Heading into Eastern now. Zelda has not been into Eastern Palace yet. Only Cadenza has.
Another dungeon that will not be fully clearable for Zelda without that bow, but they will be able to check all the items except what the Armos Knights are holding. We've already seen all of those items, so we know that there isn't any progression here, but definitely something that Zelda could possibly be thinking is bow here. Is that all I'm going to need for the rest of the seed? And potentially it could be.
So yeah, sadly Zelda can just dip into both Pod and Eastern while Cadenza has the items to go ahead and clear both of them while she's here. So it gives Cadenza a bit of an advantage.
I'm pretty sure that Zelda already has blue mail. I could be mistaken though.
No, because it's in here inside of
Oh yeah,
Eastern.
that's right.
It's the final chest. The vanilla big key chest is where it's hiding at.
Yeah. I was just thinking his shirt looked blue. So
yeah.
he must have a blue mail.
Yeah, some of the characters kind of throw you off with the colors. Yes, Cadenza can do the hammer jump, or bomb jump, or yes, hammer jump. It does not need to. She got lucky and got both the lamp and all the keys needed. Luckily, you don't need the lamp really for Eastern Palace. That is one of the easier dark rooms to do. Looks like Cadenza is going to go ahead and set up for that hammer jump. And blue mail for
Ooh, just a little
Zelda
high.
turns the shirt just a little bit lighter blue.
Oh yeah, that is definitely more blue.
Going to try number 2 for the hammer jump. No, I did not notice that Zelda picked up the shovel. He's now going to check the shovel spot. And it is the cane of burnout. I like that cane, I do. I use that quite more often than I've seen other runners do, but it does come in handy.
Ooh, I'm getting really anxious watching Cadenza do the bomb jump here, but
I thought she had enough keys.
She has enough keys to do it with hammer jump.
Oh, okay.
So long as she doesn't unlock the door from the dark maze here. Yeah.
Now she gets it. Took a little bit of time, but she gets it. Where is Zelda heading? Going to finish off Thieves Town? Nope.
Smiths?
Yeah, probably. That's what it looks like. Or at least go and check the cave down there. The hammer peg cave. Yep, gonna go ahead and get the Smiths. So we get to see an item we haven't seen yet.
Quite a few here, actually. We'll see the item from the Smiths, hammer pegs, as well as potentially purple chest if Zelda decides to turn that in.
It's nice. It's good. It's a good choice to go ahead and get the purple chest now because you have both the flute and the mirror, so it makes it easy to go ahead and get and turn in. Hammer Pegs today has a small key for Turtle Rock.
Ooh.
Turtle Rock looking more and more tempting now.
And again, still no mushroom. We know where that magic powder is, but whether or not anybody's going to want to check behind magic powder once Aga 1 is done, we will see.
And the Smiths today had a whole lot of love.
Big love from the big Smiths. So Cadenza hasn't turned on silver arrows, or intentionally turned off silver arrows.
Yeah, because in hard mode, silver arrows do not do damage to enemies like it does in normal mode.
Oh.
I believe they are only used for Ganon in hard mode.
Very good to know.
I might be mistaken, but I believe it's only used for Ganon. Yeah, Data and chat confirmed.
That's
yes,
really
it only
cool.
works on. It's nice to have them because you don't have to search for them later, but they do no good. Like Vitreous, you can take down one shot with it. Armos Knights, it's easier one shot, but they don't work in hard mode.
True. Vitreous is actually 2 silver arrow shots. It's the
that's right, 2.
Only boss that, like Ganon, is has to have more than one hit. And dang it, this turtle room is so frustrating.
Speaking of vitreous, Zelda is dipping into mire as we speak.
Alright, and Cadenza heading over to Helmusar. We'll see what item Zelda left behind. I mean, left behind, couldn't get to, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, chat's saying that they want to give the slight edge to Cadenza. Cadenza does have a slight edge with that bow and torch, so to search around the dark rooms, but as we all know with Randomizer, it could change at any moment.
Yes, it can.
And we have the Turtle Rock big key.
Wow.
Need to clear pod before you can clear Turtle Rock.
You have to go to Hookshot Cave to get the bow, to then go to Pod to get the big key to Turtle Rock before going in. I'm wondering if Zelda, even when they go up towards Turtle Rock, if they're going to see that bow in Hookshot Cave and think, I should go check Armos and Helmusar before I go into Turtle Rock, or if they'll end up double dipping into Turtle Rock, which would be unfortunate. But
yes, it would. Cadenza now as well as making that mire play. Since it is fully clearable, it's easy to go ahead and get that choice.
Yeah.
We have the Tower of Hera big key mire.
Nice.
The code at the top, the crystal means it's all dungeons, crystal and pendant. The H is for hard mode. Question mark is a sword question mark for randomized swords. The big key is for key sanity.
Yep, and the link icon at the front means that it's open. It's not standard. If it was standard, it would be the Zelda icon, and if it was inverted, then it would be the bunny icon.
And since Zelda already knows from the hint that 2 chests that's firelocked in mire are a heart and I believe it was bombs. Yeah, so go ahead and head straight to Vitreous.
We may see. Oh, I was going to say we may see Cadenza head into Desert Palace to check that out first. But without any keys for Desert Palace, it would be a pretty... I think the only information you can really get there is whether or not it's torch locked, but...
Yeah.
Or boots locked, I guess.
We know it's not the boots locked because there's just a map up on the torch. Zelda made that dip earlier. You're welcome, Luma. Yeah.
And Zelda doing a really good job with Dark Mire. Definitely pretty challenging to do, and showcasing his skill and familiarity with a lot of the dungeons here in Link to the Past with this Misery Mire nonsense.
Yeah, Cadenza may have that nice little edge with the lamp, but Zelda is showing that he does not need the lamp to get through this.
All right, and Zelda switching to the Cane of Berna, heading into the Vitreous fight. Oh, got bodied by an eye before the... Oh, that's right! Cane of Berna invincibility doesn't actually work in hard mode.
Oh, yeah!
I forgot that!
That's right!
I remember reading that earlier because I was kind of fuzzy on some of the information that's different from normal to hard. That is crazy.
Yeah, going to hard mode definitely makes a lot of the stuff a lot more difficult to do.
Really fun to see some bomb Vitreous though. You don't see that often enough.
Gets you a lot more strats in hard mode.
And Cadenza picking up the Tower of Hera big key. That is going to be fully clearable for both of our runners now.
I missed that one earlier. Spa key for Skullwoods.
Yeah, but we don't need it.
No, not anymore. We've got that cleared. It's all good. You know, that powder would definitely come in handy at this point.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, get it. Yeah.
Now if you use the hook shot, I do not know if in hard mode you get the double hearts or not.
No, I don't believe so. But, still, any hearts.
And Cadenza's gonna go ahead and skip that small chest. Go straight for Vitreous.
Alright, and Zelda finishing up with Vitreous. Hammer strats is always pretty scary. Vitreous, just simply getting bodied would be a nightmare. Having to start over. One of the worst places to take a death in this game.
And for it being hard mode, that was still a very good Vitreous fight. Death Mountain, maybe? For Zelda?
Yeah, also could be thinking, oh, heading to Turtle Rock. Gonna get that bow. We'll have to see if they decide to go to Eastern and Pod first. Not likely. I also don't...
since they're already up here, probably not.
Yeah. I guess without the Eastern Palace big key, there's nothing they can do to get to Armos currently anyways, but Tower of Hera is open. Turtle Rock they can pop into and check a couple things, but they won't be able to clear. Oh, let's see how they do with how Cadenza does with Vitreous.
Vitreous being a little bit nicer, but I just noticed that the eyes take 3 hearts when you get hit by them.
Yeah, they hurt a lot when you get hugged by them. Do you know if Magic Cape still nullifies damage? Is that the logic that's needed for something like Spike Cave now?
Yes, I believe it does. I think it does.
Okay.
Well, with no invincibility, it's a good question.
Ooh. Oh gosh, Cadenza.
Come on, one more hit. Be careful. So I don't think she has any more potions left.
No, but with the bow, that makes the bigger eye of Vitreous much easier. Don't have to worry about getting bodied when we can just use, I believe, 8 arrows to finish off Vitreous.
Okay, so Sinak has confirmed that the Blue Cane gives you invincibility in places where you need it logically. So
thanks,
for Spike
Sinak.
Cave, you do have it.
And I do believe that Misery Mire was 5/6 crystal. So that is one of the 2 crystals we are going to need to access the Pyramid Fairy.
We have a Ganon Tower small key in the big chest of Hera. I missed all of the hint for that, but I know it said something about a unique item. I have to pay more attention.
Item is in the big chest of Desert Palace.
Okay. And it looks like Cadenza is going to go ahead and take care of Ice Palace. Dividend Ice Palace as Zelda is taking on Modorm. And Cadenza getting that lovely hint about the cup of tea.
Paul the Black in chat asking if there was anything good out of Misery Mire. I believe that mostly just keys. The big key to Tower of Hera was most notably the thing that is obviously giving Zelda the idea to come finish up Hera. He did not check the basement, so he still hasn't picked up the lantern.
We got another small key for Total Rock, and there's another 5/6 crystal.
That's awesome. Perfect. We have both 5/6 crystals for Zelda, so Pyramid Fairy is now open and available for him to check. But he's gonna head over to the direction of Turtle Rock. Probably going to be popping into Hookshot Cave before dipping into Turtle Rock. Gonna find that bow, but again, still need that big key that's on Helmasaur.
And with the items that Zelda currently has, I'll probably go ahead and dip into Turtle Rock.
I suspect as well.
Go ahead and check a few of the chests while they're up here. Oh, Cadenza falling off trying to set up for that bomb jump. And Zelda heading to Super Bunny Cave first. Going to find cash, and I believe a little bit of love was in there. So not much. Oh no, that was the bee bottle, that's right.
Alright.
Cadenza made quick work of this ice palace.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to do when you got everything you need. Blue Mail, Master Sword. He's still looking for a couple more keys, of course. There's that bow for Zelda.
And Zelda is now dipping into Turtle Rock. I mean, for us, we know that you need to go ahead and clear pod to get the Turtle Rock. So, but it does make it a bit difficult not knowing that you need to do that. We just found out Rashala is holding on to some cash, so there's no point turning in a green pendant.
Okay, good. I'm glad you caught that because I was watching Cadenza and missed the hint.
We just happen to be looking at the opposite screens at the right time.
Yes.
A little bit of cash in the first chest of Turtle Rock. You know, we still haven't found those boots. Those boots are probably hiding in Gaddis Tower.
There's
That's where the
the
shovel. And I didn't remember where it was, but we know that Zelda got it earlier. Tracker was keeping up more than we were. There's your big key for Gaddis Tower. So both of them are set for Gaddis Tower as long as he finds some more small keys.
And our final
We have
battle.
There's your Desert Palace. It was a decent dip into Turtle Rock, even though Zelda will have to double dip in there. But they can go ahead and get to Desert Palace. I believe they can fully clear it.
And that's one more dungeon, even more so on top of the other dungeons that Cadenza is going to be able to full clear the first time they go in, unlike Zelda that already went and checked Desert.
We do know that there was a unique item in the big chest of desert, so
Yes.
there's the small key for Thieves Town, in case there's something, as you said, in the chest, and there's a shield for Zelda.
All right, so another shield in the chain shop room, huh?
Yep. So we know where two of the shields are, and I believe you only get the fire shield in hard mode. There is no mirror shield. And Cadenza is heading straight for Code Stair. Zelda found another small key.
Pod.
I believe that was our final small key for Pod.
Yeah, that would be the 6th and final one for Cadenza, but it is the last key that Zelda needed to get in and finish up Pod.
Cold Stair splitting up, making it a little bit more difficult for Cadenza.
Yeah, and Cadenza is doing the cool trick where if you stand up at the top of the room, the ice block that falls can still hit you, but it doesn't break apart, it doesn't split and throw more of the little shards around. So it's definitely one way to kind of manipulate some of the fight mechanics. But you are a little bit more limited in when and how you can hit Cold Stair when you're doing that. But
and we are going to get a Mimic Cave check from Zelda.
Very nice. One more Cold Stair puff. Yeah, good job, Cadenza.
It bombs the Mimic Cave, and another dungeon down for Cadenza. Cadenza is just going through these dungeons today.
Yep, and they also have Skullwoods that they could go through and finish now. A little bit more health. Having the Master Sword instead of Fighter Sword definitely would help against Mothula. And then they just got to find those extra keys for Eastern Palace.
Yeah, Zelda's bailing because Zelda does not have the big key for Turtle Rock, so that's as far as they can go. And it looks like Cadenza's heading straight for Skull Woods, possibly.
And Zelda heading straight for Thieves Town.
Oh, that's right. Zelda has not finished up Thieves Town.
Yeah, they just got the Thieves Town big key in Hera before going into Turtle Rock, so now they're able to go through and progress further through Thieves Town and finish up with Blind. Cadenza's out for some Mothblood, going up round 2 against Mothula here. Should be able to finish this up. I believe that she still has one more blue potion in her inventory currently, as well as, like we said, having the Master Sword definitely will help with a little bit more of that damage.
Yeah, definitely going back for some revenge.
So at this point, I kind of feel like it's really going to come down to whether or not Zelda finds the Eastern Palace big key first and kind of gets that little bit of lead over Cadenza. Otherwise, I pretty sure that Cadenza's ahead at this point, especially with crystal counts and having that bow and the routing overall for several of the dungeons. But
yeah, Cadenza's routing has definitely been more on point tonight.
A lot more fortunate checks to have gone through and found a few other things in the way that they did,
But as you said, if Zelda finds that big key for Eastern first, if it takes Cadenza a bit longer, then that does give Zelda a chance to catch up.
there's not really a whole lot more locations that are available. Did we end up checking the purple chest? Did he pick that up?
No, I don't think Zelda did the purple chest unless we both missed it.
Yeah.
No, they did the Smiths.
And it could possibly be at the Pyramid Ferry where nobody has checked yet.
Yeah, it could be one of the 2 chests in Aga. Because neither one has been to Aga yet.
Yet, especially being the keyword there, because with this being an all dungeon seed, they are going to be required to finish up Aga 1. And Slowpoke, our tracker, definitely filling us in, saying that purple chest was turned in and it was nothing good.
Okay, thank you, Slowpoke.
Yes, thanks. You're awesome.
You know, it could also be the book and maybe this big chest in Thieves Town or Aga Tower that could lead to one of the pedestals.
It's a big chest here. What is it?
Oh, it's only 50. We're both sitting there waiting for it to be something important.
Holding my breath.
Looks like Cadenza is heading to Smith's.
Yeah, I believe so.
Well, hopefully Cadenza doesn't go back into Thieves Town to check that big chest because it is definitely not needed.
Just kind of while each of these runners are doing things that the other has already done, I'm just going to real quickly shout out our runners, zelgadissan and Cadenza. If you guys are enjoying this match, definitely make sure to pop by their channels, give them a follow. This is only race 1 of the 3 races that they have to go through in this group stage, so there will definitely be a second and third match to determine their points here in Group N, and we'll be able to see a little bit more about what kind of C choices they're going to make and who's going to kind of come ahead in this little best of 3 between these runners from this group.
Yeah, they're definitely putting on a good show. It would definitely be worth a follow for these 2 runners and check them out.
All right, Zelda looks to be heading to pick up the big bomb, and then we'll likely head over to Palace of Darkness to pick up their last item on Helmasaur with the bow. So this will be some new information that we're going to be picking up here on the 2 items in Pyramid Ferry.
And if Zelda does head on to Pod, go ahead and finish Helmasaur. They'll get that big key for Turtle Rock and probably head on up there and finish that up.
Yeah. All right, let's see what the big bomb has for us.
Boots.
That would be nice.
Boots or
I would
book?
open up quite a few more locations.
Yeah, I think boots or book, one or the other.
Yeah, I feel like Zelda has only gotten 1 castle tower key, so I don't think that they can fully clear 2 Aga yet, right?
Yes, I believe it's only 1.
Yeah.
The other key is kind of hiding somewhere. So we will get to see what's on Pyramid Ledge.
Yeah, that's right. We didn't check this.
It's the blue bow.
Boomerang.
Or boomerang, yeah. I don't know why I said blue bow. There
Kind of
is
shaped
no
like a
blue
bow.
bow. We have the small key for desert and the map for eastern.
Okay. So that opens up the right side of Desert Palace. There could be some progression like boots, mushroom, something over there, book even, that could get us a little bit further, point us in the right direction.
We're gonna see what the unique item in the big chest is now on Cadenza
Yes.
side. Because we did have that hint that there was a unique item there. Swift corn pizza is what?
Sweet corn on pizza is something. I know there's an inside joke or something that somebody likes corn on pizza, or it's a British thing. I don't know. All right, Cadenza, not having dipped into Turtle Rock, has still checked the Desert Palace items here.
I just noticed Cadenza does not have the big key for desert, so they cannot check the unique item in the big chest.
Nope, but Zelda does.
Yeah.
Whether or not they make the play back there. Once they're done with Land Mollis, we'll have to see.
I forget which runner found that hint, but I believe only one of them found the hint for that.
Yeah, that was the key and the hint were both found by Zelda.
Okay, so Zelda should hopefully remember that and go get the item. See, that way we can see what it is. I'm anxious to see what that unique item is.
Yeah, you never know if it's going to be, you know, a single rupee, single arrow, or something like the boots.
Cadenza is going to finish up Tower of Hera.
Yep, and Zelda finishing up with Land Mollis. One more hit.
There you go.
Nice 2-round. That was very well done.
And there's the fire shield.
Nice.
So Zelda is currently maxed out on shield and mail. Just needs to find the tipper sword. They will be maxed out on offense and defense for this mode. Oh, the single arrow was found. That's right. The single arrow was in the chess game, I believe. I believe the single arrow and it was a rupee. I forget which amount was in the chess game.
I was pretty sure that Cadenza got a single heart, not like a heart piece, but just a life refill and something else. A unique item and what?
That wasn't very unique.
No. Yeah, I don't remember what was in chess game.
Oh, and Cadenza takes a fall. Oh,
Okay.
there's a temper sword.
Maybe it wasn't big chest.
Yeah, small chest. And there's the boots.
Yeah, I would say that those are some unique items.
Yeah, the right side of desert was holding on to good items. That will definitely make damaging these enemies a little bit more easier with that temper. So now we can see what's in King's Tomb. We can see what's in Bonk Rocks. And both runners right now are tied with dungeons cleared. They both need 3 more dungeons each, plus Agus Tower. Yeah, Zelda is catching up little by little to Cadenza. They say it's not over till it's over with these matches. And Bonk Rocks just has a lot of love for us, which is good. Gets a little bit more defense. The Zelgas look like they're heading their way up to check, see what's in Lumberjack Cave. Gonna see that there's powder hiding in there. Cadenza heading into Turtle Rock and go ahead and full clear it.
Okay. Wait. Zelda, where are you going? He didn't finish Pod, did he? He
No, he
doesn't have
didn't.
the big key for Turtle Rock.
Is he going to Spike Cave, maybe?
Maybe.
Because there's not much else up here for him. Well, he's got the boots, so...
Yeah. Alright, Spike Cave. Fine.
Zelda, go do Pod. Well, this could hold the big key for Easter, and that will save him a trip.
Oh gosh, that scared me. I always get so
That
nervous
was-
when they get down to one heart.
That's so close.
Small key to Ganon's Tower. I was saying if that was gonna be an Agate Tower or a Castle Tower key, that totally Spike Cave would have been worth it, but
And now Cadenza's finding the big key for Desert. It odd to Agate's Tower for Zelda, it looks like. Well, now we'll get some new items to see with both runners, because Cadenza will be able to finish up at Turtle Rock.
alright, let's check out what these items here in Agate Tower are. Misery Meyer's
Meyer.
Monkey. Boo.
Cadenza gets her first shield. Oh yeah, Zelda still has not found the lamp.
Yeah, they never did the Hera basement, but looks like they don't need it with the fire rod. Definitely very easy to find a bloopy.
Seeing that they couldn't find anything, it's time to head off somewhere else. Pod, maybe? Yep,
I mean,
that's what it looks like.
Really all that they had.
Yeah, can't go much else. They'll find the big key on Helmasaur and head on back up to Turtle Rock, probably. Could find the Eastern Palace big key up here in Turtle Rock.
Yeah, I think that's likely the only place that it can be currently. The last small key for Agate Tower could be in Ganon's Tower. The big key for Eastern Palace could be in Turtle Rock or in Ganon's Tower, depending on whether or not Turtle Rock or Eastern is the pendant dungeon that we're looking for, the final green pendant.
Yeah. That is true. Cadenza's gonna get her bombs out of Mimic Cave.
All the bombs. So many bombs. It's all about the bomb.
Now we get to see what's in the big chest here in Turtle Rock. Just a little bit of love. Ten arrows for Cadenza. Now on to the boss. No, I forgot. We still have Laser Bridge.
Yep.
I thought something was missing.
Ooh.
Close call there by Cadenza.
Yeah, and also not picking up the magic refill on the right side of that room. Tricky.
Well, they'll get the magic refill right before the boss, so.
Yeah, but having blue cane and doing laser skip and stuff would be awesome. But they're going to take the safety door instead.
And now Zelda has Helmsar down.
Which means they have their Turtle Rock big key.
Now they need is Turtle Rock and Eastern Palace to clear, and they have all, and then Aga.
Yeah, so this is really close right now.
Yes, it is. Money and money on Laser Bridge so far.
I'm getting nervous.
10 arrows. And a little bit of luck. Nothing. Laser Bridge was a dud.
So this is probably the final crystal dungeon, and then we'll find the Eastern Palace big key within Ganon's Tower, as well as the small key. I mean, obviously Trinix can hold something, but I have a feeling that
Ganon's Tower holds all the keys.
Yeah. Hitsuan1337 in chat asking, why don't we know what green pendant is? Neither of our runners asked Hashrula, and they didn't do a map check. With Key Sanity, you can't just check the map and see the icons for each dungeon. You have to find the corresponding map in the world for that dungeon before you can find out.
But we did find out from a hint that the green pendant, you turn it in, just gives you some money. So turning it in is not worth anything.
Right. Oh no, Cadenza.
Oh, that's a bad death.
She did take the safety door, so it's not going to be a huge amount of time to get back there, but that's
a bad death.
Very painful.
These bosses are just giving Cadenza a hard time today. Zelda is now on his way to catch up with Cadenza, finish up Turtle Rock. Yeah, Slowpoke is right. The music and the dungeons for Key Sanity does not give you the hint on whether it's a crystal pendant. You have to have the map to be able to know what it is, or you beat the boss and find out.
Oh, this makes me so nervous. I hate Hammer Trinix. But focusing on that frost head is really good so that you don't end up with that little row of frost. I think one more strike on the fire head and it's done. Ooh, nice hit.
There you go.
Well, using sword. Yeah, using the Master Sword instead of hammer. It's going to take one more hit. Choosing to use that blue potion was probably a good idea, just in case.
Yeah, so you don't want to have to go back all the way back there again.
I hate Trinix, like, a lot.
And the Trimax is down.
Alright, what do you got for us?
$50 rupees.
And our final.
Yep, you called it. Time to head in again as Tower, see what's hiding in there.
Yeah. She also still has Desert Palace, so she's got to go finish that.
Oh, yes, that's right. That's right.
So this is actually going to put Zelda in the lead.
Yeah, because Zelda can clear Turtle Rock now. But
He
Cadenza
is also taking the safety door here.
Cadenza will find the tempered sword and the boots this time around. No, actually, she don't have the small key yet.
Yep. Is she not?
Where was the small key?
Was it here? It was in Spike Cave, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. I believe it was. No, because Zelda already had the boots here.
Right.
So
That's right.
I believe this is a Misery Myers small key. I believe was here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pyramid Fairy is the one that had the small key. Again, this tower small key was here. Pyramid Fairy has the small key for Desert Palace. And Cadenza might be heading that way now.
Yikers.
This is definitely turning into a race now. But Zelda will be heading into Ganon Tower first.
Yeah.
Zelda making easy work of Trimax. Tempered Sword definitely helps out a lot.
Yes, for sure. I was about to say, what? You're going to use bombs on Trinix? Is this a new trick that I don't know?
That would have been an interesting play. I don't even know bombs would hurt Trimax, will it?
I don't think so.
I've never seen bombs on Trimax, so...
All right, and with that, that is the 7th and final crystal for Zelda. So we may as well play the fun game where everybody puts random numbers into chat and chooses.
But we've already found the big key, though.
Oh, right! I forget key sanity ruins my fun.
Exactly, so it don't work now.
Okay, well, I mean, we could play the Eastern Palace big key guessing game.
Yeah, the Eastern Palace big key guess. They're guessing
We're not gonna run
a
a bot for that. I'm blushing. I feel so dumb now. Oh man.
I'll say that the Eastern Palace big key is going to be on the maybe the 7th check.
Ooh, 29 magic bat. I don't like the idea of that. That's scary.
Another Misery Mire.
So at this point, all we're looking for is the Eastern Palace big key and one more small key for Aga Tower. And it could be that the Eastern Palace big key is behind Magic Bat.
Yes,
we may have to finish up Aga 1 before we get that key, before we can finish up Eastern Palace. So
because we know Aga's required no matter what, so it could be holding it. Nice Canis Mario strats there from Zelda.
Yeah. So I do notice that Cadenza... Oh, there's our magic cape. Cadenza did not go to the right side of desert.
Yeah, it's true. Well, Zelda
No
didn't the
boots.
first time through either. Zelda beat the boss first and then went to the right side.
Oh, right. Okay.
Oh, the mushroom. That could lead to
Ooh.
something. Forgot about the mushroom.
Yeah, I was hoping we wouldn't find it. That does allow fake powder, though, as well as checking the wizard or the
yeah.
witch's.
You don't need to beat Aga now just to get the powder, so the bat could be holding you something and you can get it out of logic.
Yeah. What if there's nothing in GT and it's all just junk stuff, and the big key to Eastern is in the witch's hut and the small key to Aga Tower is at Magic Bat, and you either have to do... Well, I can't have the Aga Tower big key on. It would be the other way around then.
Yeah. I mean, so far, there's not much in Cadenza Tower.
Yeah, just that mushroom and the magic cape and a bottle.
And Cadenza gets last crystal. Yeah, Ganon was not holding too much stuff today. Cadenza is now heading to the right side.
Scary.
Oh man. Definitely, this seat is definitely making them check everything today. And nothing but a bug stat really back here. So I mean, you could do swag that strats on Aga now. If they felt like it. Cadenza is now heading to get the tempered sword and then the boots.
Right, just about. Oh. Zelda's gonna check the big chest here first.
It's just a compass.
The compass to Eastern Palace, but not the biggie. And onto Bob's chest as well as the ice armos.
Cadenza is going to find out there's not much hiding in Bonk Rock, nor is there anything in King's Tune today. Both of them have, one has a little bit of love and the other one has a lot of love for him.
Yeah, but she is still a little low on some health, so picking those up definitely not going to hurt anything.
No, it won't. It'll definitely help her out. And Ice Armos was hiding today. Some arrows, a little bit of love, and some money.
So, nothing? Oh, I guess... Wait, tile room.
Yeah, tile room.
Ike TV in chat asking, why isn't he using silver arrows? In hard mode, this is something that I only learned today. You can only use silver arrows against Ganon. It doesn't do any damage. Whoa, look at that cool sprite. Okay, sorry.
That was nice.
That was like a creepy clown. You can only use silvers on Ganon in hard difficulty.
And quick 10 draw, no, you do not need to have the compass and map to finish the dungeon. You just need the keys. The map just lets you know on your map which if it's a pendant or a crystal.
Yep, and the compass will give you the dungeon item counter below the rupees and bombs on the display of the game. It'll if you have the compass.
Eastern Palace Big Key in Tower Room.
That's ridiculous.
Oh man, that means most likely Castle Key is in Eastern Palace down on Armor's Knights.
It could still be through Ganon's Tower up the climb here. There are
there is.
Wow, tile room. That is.
Well, you know, we always hope for a tile room key, and now we get one.
Yikes.
Well, at this point, all Zelda needs is the one more castle tower key, and they are able to clear everything.
So yeah, we'll have to see here if Cadenza decides to go right to start, and if she decides to do tile room, like full right, including tile room, before heading left.
Nope, skipping tile room. I see, if she went ahead and did tile room, it would have been a lot quicker to go ahead and knock that out. Because we know there's nothing but a bunch of junk through the rest of Ganon's Tower. But we don't know about climbing the tower yet. We're still looking at that.
Yeah.
And with the swag net, Zelda can go ahead and capture a fairy for later. Use one now and capture the other one for later.
Yeah, I didn't realize that he picked up net.
Yeah, the net was here in Ganon's Tower. Yeah, you can catch the fairies in hard mode at, what was it? Nightmare or the next difficulty up. I don't believe you can catch fairies. Insane, yes. I don't believe you can catch fairies at Insane, but in hard mode you can still catch them.
Well, chat's saying you can't, though. I don't know.
Oh, no, you can't. No, you can't. That's right. I've seen someone try to do it and they couldn't do it. That's right. My apologies, I was mistaken. And Zelda made quick work there. Lambo's now is heading up the tower even more. Man, just think if Moldorm is holding the castle tower key. Yeah, you have to find the fairy in a bottle to be able to have fairy in the bottle. In this mode, that's right. You can get it from the big fairy, the waterfall pyramid, if they give it to you, or if you find the bottle with one in it. You know, it is getting close. Both of them are in Ganon's Tower. Even though Zelda is slightly in the lead by climbing the tower at this moment. We have a single arrow and 10 arrows appear. Now the hook shot will stun, but the bow will, or the boomerang will not. And Ganon's hiding money and junk all throughout the tower. He did have the Eastern Palace big key, but Ganon does not have much else today. And here's our final chest, I believe. And we have the small castle. There it is. That's right.
Wow. Wow.
I actually called it.
They. That's.
I was kind of surprised I called that one. Go ahead and knock out Aga 2. So you don't have to worry about it later.
Yeah, of course.
Knock out Aga 1 and knock out Eastern and clear it all.
Super easy. As soon as you finish up here in Ganon's Tower, save and quit, go to your Link's house, do Eastern, dash over, do Aga 1, and then you're right back on top of the pyramid, able to just jump down, start the Ganon fight, and you're set.
Nice triple. And Zelda made quick work of Aga 2. Oh, there's no need for the mushroom or the powder today. A mirror out and flute to Eastern? Oh, nope, going to Aga now. Yeah, Zelda is in go mode. Thank you, Sinak. I forgot to mention that. Zelda is in go mode. I believe it was 2 hours and 9 minutes, I believe. Maybe 8. Cadenza is now going to check the tower room and find the Eastern Palace key.
Yep. Using the really cool magic cape strat.
Yeah, that glitch is very helpful in this room. The magic cape, if you hold onto a wall, you will not lose any magic.
Yep. You have to grab onto the wall and pull in a direction, and the magic cape will not drain your magic, and you remain invisible. Oh, that's right. Zelda never got the lantern. But if he could do Darkmire, I would assume that he could pretty much do any dark rooms in the game.
Yeah, and having that fire rod light a torch definitely helps out. Now it's time for Cadenza to climb the tower and find that castle key up here as well.
Read the hint tile. Oh, come on.
I want to see what kind of joke they had for you.
The Eastern Palace big key is in Ganon's tower.
Or the castle tower key. Well, no, they probably wouldn't have a hint for the castle tower key, would they?
No. I mean, they could, but since you already had it to get to that point, you know, that would be a little funny.
Oh, these hints are trolly, so I wouldn't bet out it.
The stupid BMOS right in the way.
There you go. Zelda's now heading into Aga 1. And after this, we'll be heading straight to
Cadenza, no, be careful.
Oh, you got some potion.
Oh, that was so scary.
Cadenza, quick, giving us heart attacks today. 1 blue ball. I'm guessing Zelda's gonna have 3 blue balls. Or maybe just the 1.
7. Just kidding.
Oh, that would be terrible. There's 2. Final hit. Yep, there it is.
Very nice.
Two
Eastern
blue
Palace
balls.
is all that's going to be remaining for Zelda. And then on to Ganon we go.
Thought Cadenza was going to try for that fairy. Down to 3 hearts. Gonna have to be very careful now.
Alright. Zelda, heading on to Eastern.
Well, now that we don't need it, almost nice probably hold the book.
Or it's behind Mushroom.
Yeah.
Or Magic Bat. Or
True.
on one of the... Well, I guess book can't be on... Book could be on pedestal.
Yeah. Sadly, we'll have to wait for the credits to see what pedestal was today.
Yeah. All right. Couple more rooms for Zelda to get to. Armos. Oh, and then he misses the pot. And all right, Cadenza makes it through the first torch room here in the Ganon's Tower climb. Very well done through the second torch room.
Yeah, that torch room gave me trouble when I first started playing this game. I fell so many times.
I still fall so many times.
These runners make it look so easy, but it could actually be tricky when you're first learning it.
Yep. Then Yuzo in chat asking, what are the tournament rules? Are you asking for this specific race? Because in the group stage, they get to pick the mode for the races for the first two, and then oh well, I guess chat's taking care of it. Thanks, chat. You're awesome. Ooh, just misses the quick kill there on Armos.
In 2 hours, 18 minutes, Cadenza is now in go mode.
Very nicely done. And final Ganon Tower big or small key from the Armos Knights.
Zelda is now heading to take care of the nice big pig of Ganon. Or... surprised they're not using the portal up there at Aga Tower. Nice Aga 2 fight by Cadenza.
Where is Zelda going?
Taking the long way around to the pyramid, it looks like. So I'm surprised that Zelda didn't go up to the castle and just take the portal from there.
Right. Since he killed Aga 1, he could have just gone behind Link's house and across the bridge to the castle and taken the normal portal. Okay.
Zelda wanted to take the scenic route. And 2 hours, 19 minutes, we are starting Ganon. Finally get use of the silver arrows. Very good position for Ganon.
Yeah, really good pattern there.
Zelda making quick work stage 2.
Yeah, I'm sure that with Zelda, probably just, you know, and getting adrenaline and anxiety a little bit kicking in to not be thinking about some of those quicker paths to getting to Ganon. But
Yeah,
can't blame him. He's a really close race.
After 2 hours, kind of feeling, don't know if they're neck and neck, trying to hurry up and get that last kill in. Not knowing how far away your opponent is at this moment. For all he knows, they could be neck and neck fighting Ganon at the same time.
One, two.
One more.
Nice.
Ganon is down.
Don't fall. Don't fall.
Oh man, I hate when that happens.
All right, and Zelgadissan finishes first place with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 21 minutes, and 29 seconds. GG in chat.
Yeah, put your GGs in chat for Zelda. That was a very good race.
I love how the seed's like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, the sea should apologize. I'm sorry.
But you're...
Oh, wow.
I wasn't expecting that. Not in the slightest.
No, that was good.
Nice.
Definitely give props to the people who made this rando, because they've done very well with these jokes.
All right. Cadenza finishing up with Eastern Palace, grabbing that green pendant. Still has to finish Aga 1. So they have their castle tower climb ahead of them. But that is their final crystal and pendant dungeon that would be required.
Looks like we have Zelda waiting to come in for a nice little chat.
And we will see shortly in the credits here what it was that was on pedestal. Probably just some like couch cash. But it would be cool if it was the book. A paradox indeed. We are joined by Zelda. Welcome and GG's.
GG's, Zelda.
Hey, thank you very much. GG's.
How are you feeling?
Kind of stressed. I mean, this was the seed I chose, and I felt like it was not going well for a very long part of it. But overall, I mean, yeah, I can't complain. I'm coming out with the win against an opponent that certainly was going to be a challenge, so I'll take it.
Yeah, it was interesting earlier that Cadenza found the bow with a hookshot cave a lot earlier than you did. But you ended up just making your way and just tearing everything up as you went through. And dark rooms for you were no issue at all. You never found the lamp, but you just made it easy.
Yeah, I eventually figured out that it had to be Hera basement just because of where I got the moon pearl. So I was kind of, I knew, well, for a while I was worried it could be something like the boots leading to like the lamp at Bonk Rocks or something, but still, I knew it had to be related to Hera Basement, so
Yeah.
I really figured it just wasn't worth my time as long as I didn't have to, especially even if I didn't have to do like a silverless torchlit, which can be kind of rough to do with a fire rod, and then hard mode, even potions only half your magic. So since I already had silvers, I wasn't too worried about it.
So I had a question. After you finished Eastern and Aga, you went back to Link's house, then went back to the Dark World, and then went all the way around through Hammer Pegs to the right side of the pyramid. Did you forget that you could just either save and quit after you got into the Dark World to get back on the pyramid, or from the back of Link's house run across the bridge since you killed Aga 1?
Yeah, I just pulled it down. I didn't want to do the save and quit because I wanted to go into Ganon with full health, but I definitely should have just taken the bridge portal.
Yeah, the book was on the pedestal. I was right. I think you called that one.
The paradox.
Yeah, it's a shame that never had to get pulled.
Yeah, we were kind of gambling on something important, of course, being on ped, but didn't even need it.
Yeah, that's one of the nice things about all dungeons, is that a pedestal pull is, I wouldn't even say it's uncommon, because, I mean, you gotta have all the stuff for it anyway by the end, so it's not too rare to have to go dead.
Yeah, it was interesting when you found the Moon Pearl earlier. Cadenza was right there in front of you, just maybe about 30 seconds, but ended up dying right before getting to that chest for the Moon Pearl. Gave you a bit of an advantage having that one a little bit earlier than she did.
Yep, there were quite a few lead changes. It was pretty interesting to see.
Yeah, y'all definitely made it a pretty good race.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear it. I'll look forward to watching it back and learning something, because I've got 2 more races with her coming up, so I gotta learn all I can.
And yeah, Cadenza is right now taking on Ganon.
I have one more question for you, Zelda. When you found the bow in Hookshot Cave, were you at all concerned about Turtle Rock Big Key being potentially in on Helmasaur or anything?
Yeah, I was. I only had a few spots left outside of it, because I think I got like the desert Big Key in Turtle Rock, but I was sitting there thinking, well, if it's behind the bow, it has to be Helmasaur, or I have to find the Eastern Palace key somewhere else in one of those 2 chests. So I had it in the back of my mind, but I felt like I had plenty of other things to do in the first place that I didn't want to make it a priority to rush back to Helmasaur for a single item.
Yeah, I agree. That was very good rounding, very well done. It was very interesting to see the lead changes back and forth, and then right as you found that Eastern Palace Big Key, you pretty much blew everything out of the water and straight out had it done very well. So GG again. It was very, very good job.
Yeah, thank you. I was mentioning to Cadenza that all I had left was the Swamp Big Chest, and then Hera Basement, which I knew had to be the lamp, before going into Ganon's Tower. So, I mean, I knew that pretty much my progression had to be there somehow.
Yep, and Cadenza has finally finished here with a official SRL time of 2 hours, 28 minutes, and 58 seconds. Very well done. GG to Cadenza. We'll get her in here shortly to interview with us as well.
GG. So,
one question before we bring her in, though. Oh, okay, that was our tracker. Okay, never mind. Sorry. Is there anything, any worries about what route, what like options she may be choosing that you are worried about doing before she comes in?
Not too much. I did worry that there might have been something that I missed in Eastern Palace that was nice for a while, because I kind of skipped out on that. I knew that Lamp had to be either in Eastern Palace or up in Hera, and then I kind of figured out once I finally got to Eastern that it had to be Hera, but I was a little worried that I might have missed something kind of convenient there.
I'm sorry, I meant when she schedules her race and gets to choose the modes, is there anything like Swordless Inverted that you're worried about? Sorry,
yeah. Not overly. already kind of talked with her, and I know that she's at least somewhat been talking about swordless.
Ooh.
I am really bad at Hammer Ganon, but I mean, I'm looking forward to the challenge if it comes up.
All right, great. We'll get her in here to ask her how she feels.
And hello, Cadenza. GG on your match.
Thank you.
Welcome. How are you feeling?
Nervous. The stress is slowly going out, but I was very nervous all along, so I'm quite happy with a time of 7 minutes over my opponent. So,
what do you think of the seed?
Well, I'm not very used to Kisanity, so I don't have very much of a standard what is a good seed in Kisanity and what is not. I pretty enjoyed it. I'm happy that the mistakes I've done were uncostly, like the chest I forgot in Mr. Meyer.
Yeah, there was actually a tile hint that said the 2 chests on the left side were just couch cash and some bombs. So you didn't miss anything by leaving those behind. I don't know if you actually read that tile.
Yeah, that's not the chest I'm thinking of.
Oh, okay.
The one by the boxes.
The first 2 chests you check when you're not in Kisanity. There's one of the 2 I didn't open.
Yeah, the one on the bridge, it was just, I believe it was
okay.
bombs or cash. It was one or the other. It wasn't nothing important.
Yeah, I think that I was thinking of how Zelda hook shot across from the longer bridge across to that chest that I was like, oh, we know what it is. So I didn't worry about it for you.
I mean, it's a very good race. You had a few lead changes, so you got the boat earlier. It was so heartbreaking when we saw you going into the dark room and escape. You're right there by the moon pearl and you had that death.
Yeah, I think I had 4 arts at the moment with no swords, so dark rooms are a little bit hard in that setup.
Yeah, with just hook shot as your little way to see where you're at in the room, it can be pretty difficult to get through the dark rooms, any dark rooms, without sword or boomerang or something.
Well, I had a boomerang, but I knew there was snakes in there, and I had like alpha art, so if I was sticking my boomerang, I would have died anyway.
And they don't stun the boomerangs don't stun in hard mode, which is a little frustrating, but.
Yeah, I was reminded that the hard way in the escape when I tried to stun the guard, and we are in hard mode. It doesn't work.
I also just wanted to say really good job on your bomb jump. I saw that you were practicing that before the race had started, and you did a really good job getting that. So GG's with that as well.
Thanks. I literally learned that a week ago or 2 weeks maybe, so it's still very fresh.
Yeah, that's a real tough one to get. I still haven't even gotten that one down. Yeah,
getting it on the 3rd try is fine. Since I had 5 keys, if I missed it once more, I would taken the way with the key and just went to the bus from the right side.
Well, I think that you guys put on a spectacular race. Very well done. It was super entertaining to watch. You guys had, like we said, a lot of lead changes back and forth. We weren't sure who was ahead, and then one of you would pull ahead a little bit, one of you would come back. And so it was a very good, very, very good race. You guys did really well.
And make sure, everybody in chat, make sure you give them a follow, because they definitely had a very good race. And it's definitely worth a follow for these runners. Y'all put on a very good race.
Thanks, I'm happy that we gave a good race to watch. It's fun when players are a little bit.
Yeah, it was very fun to commentate for y'all. I mean, y'all did a very good job with it.
And
thank you very much.
Yeah, of course. Thank you guys for racing so that we could commentate.
Yeah, I got lucky. I feel like I got a bit of luck today to be able to commentate. This is my first race commentating, and it was a good race to commentate.
Just one thing, both of you have your next game 1 race against some additional members of your groups. Cadenza going up against Elminster RTA tomorrow, and Zelda going against Phyleon. Do you guys have any concerns, worries, or anything going up against your next round opponents?
For me, Phyleon's the settings that Phyleon chose are essentially the same thing, just like an Uncle Assured Sword and Standard and Key Sanity. So this is kind of like practice for my next match anyway. So I know Phyleon's great, so I'm got a challenge, but at least I've got this kind of experience to go ahead right in front of it.
I gotta give props to the tracker as well, because he was catching stuff that I didn't exactly catch a few times. So
yep, there were a couple items that we were like, wait, where did they find those? So how do you feel, Cadenza, going up against Elminster tomorrow?
Oh, well, the setup is not the one I'm used to. I've played Randomizer like twice. But anyway, I think that he could have chosen anything and make me eat dust, so I doesn't quite mind. It would be entertaining to try that mode again, but I'm realistic on the chances I have out there.
Well, at least you do have Uncle Assured to look forward to, so you will have a sword early on against Randomizer, so that will definitely be something to keep in the back of your mind.
Yes.
Well, anything else either of you have to say?
No, it was fun. Thanks to you for commenting, tracking, and to the restreamer too. It was nice to be shown in here.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. It's exciting.
And just GG's again to Cadenza, and looking forward to round 2 whenever that gets scheduled.
GG to you both.
Thanks.
Well, with that, I think we will probably just go ahead and tie this up. Shannis, I want to say thank you to you very much for joining me with commentating tonight, and you did a very good job for your first time. Definitely would recommend you keep doing it, if you had fun at least.
Well, thank you for helping out there. I enjoyed commentating with you. It was good, good experience. Definitely going to be doing it more in the future.
Thanks. One more shout out quickly to Cadenza and Zelda. Please, everybody who is watching, if you enjoyed watching, make sure to pop over to their channels, give them a follow. Definitely check out their race too. We're going to have to see what Cadenza chooses for her race, and definitely look forward to watching you guys in the future.
Thanks. Have a nice evening.
And a shout out one more time to the Synac and Slowpoke 316 for being our restreamer and tracker for this evening. I have been Miss Metroid. It's been a pleasure hanging out with you guys this evening, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. See you again soon.
Yep, you have a great weekend.